Right, it's been a few months since the Klingon Bird of Prey. I was having a bit of a sabbatical and modelling, to be honest. I had no motivation to build anything. And I was going to leave it till after Christmas, but I lost my job yesterday. I was made redundant. So I'm on gardening leave till the end of December. They've paid me till the end of December, so I'm going to have a bit of spare time on my hands. So here's the next project. Well, going over to my chest freezer, you can see that is the F-4C Phantom by Revell Monogram. It's a very old kit. I picked this up from a little pokey model shop in Birmingham called Parapellum. And he had loads of kits, whether it be military, mostly military, but he had a few car kits as well and some ship kits as well. Maritime, I should say. This was brand new and it was brand new and sealed in the cellophane, even though it was an old kit, and it cost me 17 quid. You got some bit of the box side art there. You've got like a mock-up of it built up. Landing gear with the figure standing up underneath the fuselage with bombs and missiles, and the cockpit. Putting the box to one side. There's a fair bit of plastic, but nothing, it's not heavily overdone. You've got the various bits and bobs underneath the fuselage, some missiles, fuselage fuel tanks or bombs, because like I said, my airplane knowledge isn't that great. You got cockpit, got some more missiles, some wheels for landing gear. You get two figures, one seated and one standing. But the cockpit is for a pilot and a co-pilot, so I don't understand why they didn't put two sit-down figures. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm not going to buy another figure. I'm either going to try and make one up with the figures that I've got upstairs, or maybe just leave the seated pilot in by himself. Now the two parts of the main part of the helicopter, the fighter, you can see it is actually quite big, and it's bigger than my hand, as you can see. And if I put this up against the Tornado on my hanging from my ceiling from a few years ago, you can see that it's going to be bigger than the Tornado. So that's that. You got the clear parts for the canopy. I've left them in the bag so that they'll get scratched. And a few more bits here. It's a fuel tank or a bomb, wings, and a few bits and bobs. Right, getting the book out. Let's take the decals from inside. Book looks fairly straightforward. We've got all the colours, the colour guide. Like I said, I just don't understand why they didn't put two seated figures in. And then you get your decal placement guide and a bit of more colour guide as well for the actual painting. And that's pretty much it for the book anyway. And then you get your decals. Just take the cover sheet off. Decals, really nice, not bad at all. I'm pretty much going to use the kit decals. I'm not going to buy any aftermarket ones. But they're looking really nice, not bad at all. And it's like an A4 sheet, as you can see, just turning that around slightly. And that's it. A little kit review done. Right, so it's time to get cracking on with F4 Phantom. Stay with me. Right, as you can see, I've started construction on the Phantom. It's mainly just the cockpit. Now you can see on the plans you've got to glue the seats in, and the console dashboards and the flight sticks. So you can see you've got to glue the arm on the fuss pilot. I'm not going to bother with the standing pilot. You got the canopy release mechanism on top of each seat, and you got the dashboard with the decals. I haven't done any of the decals yet. So you can see that I've glued the back of the seat with the canopy release handles there on both seats. So you just glue those in, and then on the co-pilot's console dashboard, I've just glued that in because I don't think I'm going to put a pilot in there. And on the box art it says there's a pilot in the front. So, and then on the back I'm just going to paint all that so it's nice and painted, and you can see all the detail that I'll be putting in once I've painted it. So I've digged out all the dashboards. The first dashboard, as you can see there, here's me completed pilot. Oh, just dropped him. And you just glue the arm on, and that's it. That's for his for the joystick, control stick. You got the rear control stick and the front control stick, and that's pretty much it. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry so I can get this primered. But that's where I'm sitting at the moment. Stay with me. Okay, while I'm waiting for the glue to dry on my cockpit, I was looking a bit further into the plans, and as you can see, it tells you to glue the cockpit into the one side of the main body fuselage, and then put the two halves together. But you can see on here it's got like a darkened area, which is G, which is light grey on my paint guide. So what I've done is I've got some normal newspaper and just masked off the inside and the outside, as you can see. Just wrapped it round like a tube and just left those inner lips of the inside of the fuselage body where the actual cockpit goes. And then I've done the same on this side as well. So this afternoon, hopefully it should be dry. I can just spray those inner bits with a bit of primer. Stay with me. Right, welcome back. As you can see, I've done the work on the cockpit. Pretty much finished now. So with the cockpit itself, I've just painted the consoles in black. I've done dark green for the seats, the black green. I've done olive green, sorry, the dunkel green for the seat itself. I've picked out the seat belts for the front pilot seat in the ochre brown, which is like a wooden flooring brown. For the co-pilot seat, I've done everything. I've done the seat, done the back, picked out the seat belts in the ochre brown, done silver for the buckles. I've also done the canopy pulling rings. I've painted those in yellow and then just done the striping in the black. And then you got these what look like tanks on each side of the seat. I've painted those in leaf green. The tops of the emergency canopy release, I've just painted those in the dark grey, and then just black washed them to bring out the rivet details. Same as on this back panel, I've just put a bit of black wash to bring those rivets out. Now with the consoles, the pilot seat console, the co-pilot console, you can see I've just cut the decal out, microset, microsole, and it sucked it right into the detailing on the panel in itself. And it's gone down a treat, so I've just got to seal those. On the main pilot's console, you can see again there is the green decal and then the actual panel decal there, again with the microset and the microsole. It's done its work and it's sucked it right in. So all I've got to do is just seal those. With the pilot, you can see I've done olive green for his flight suit, boots and gloves in black. I've done the helmet in white, took 2 coats, flesh for his face, the grey for his oxygen mask and the hose. I've picked out the belts in the brown, and then I've just put a bit of brown wash on his the rest of his flight suit just to bring out those detailing. But the cockpit is all done. Stay with me. Right, as you can see, I've took the newspaper off both halves of the main body fuselage for when I did those little bits of primer just for those inner wall console detailing. So I just left the grey primer as the base grey, and then just went in with my black wash and just brought out the detailing, as you can see. It's come out really nice, both sides, as you can see. So pretty much once all this is dry, because I've sealed everything, I've obviously got to glue that console with the pilot and the main flight stick for the main pilot. And as you can see, that will sit onto that groove there and into that corner there. And then I can glue the two halves of the main body fuselage together. To be honest, I felt that's all it needed. Just to, you know, I didn't feel the need to go overboard with it.